Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Join me every week. This is my brother Pedro. Hello, hello.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro. It's great to talk here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We are back this week. Last week, I was visiting Pedro down in Florida, and we are back and got a packed show for everybody. We are hanging out in the Adafruit Discord server. If you want to join us live throughout the show, say hello, ask questions, ask questions, drop comments. We are hanging out there. The URL for that is discord.gg/Adafruit. Whoa, almost clicked on end stream by accident. It's still a little rusty, I guess.
I changed up my keyboard keys, and one of them wasn't pressed in all the way. I'm like, what is this all crazy?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so we're streaming on all the different networks here. This is episode 506. It is November 19th, Wednesday, 2025. And we're streaming all the usual places except for Facebook. We got to reconnect it at some point. It just dropped its connection. But we are streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So if you want to say anything, we can bring in your chat from any of those places thanks to StreamYard. Over on adafruit.com/free, you're going to find out the deals that we got going on this week. We still have, for $99, folks are going to get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. And for orders of $149 or more, they'll get a free coaster plus the Adafruit KB2040. And at the top tier at $199, you'll get the KB2040, the PCB coaster, and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. Adafruit.com/free for all the details. These get automatically added to your cart. And while you're there, we have a special sale for the week of November. This will get you 15% off. Adafruit November sale. The coupon code is GThanks15.
Put the wrong one.
And it goes for, oh no, it goes for from today till the 24th. So at the 24th, so you have, I think, a whole week to take advantage of this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. This is valid for 6 days from starting today from 12 a.m., which is now, till the 24th. So again, that's a coupon code GThanks15, and it'll get you 15% off. And I also have the banner here. So GEETHX15. Use that at checkout, and you'll get 15% off. And if you qualify for any of the 3 tiers, you will get a free item if you reach that tier. And again, this expires the 24th of November. So take advantage of it. And I think this will be the coupon code for the rest of now. Next week, next Wednesday falls on the 26th. So we will be out because the following day is Thanksgiving. So
whoops.
Yeah. So we'll be back on December 3rd. Yeah. This year's over, Pitch says, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, this is why it's nice and quiet in the Discord chat, because folks are probably out. So yeah, last week we took a little break. That was awesome. We're back this week, and then we'll
posted the Maker Faire video.
Yeah, so tell me about the Maker Faire.
Me, nice little Maker Faire shirt. We're over at Maker Faire Orlando. Did a bunch of little activities there with the kids. This was the screen printing that they had on. It was so packed there that I could barely get any footage. And they used the glasses to get all the footage that I posted. Plus, it's like a good and positive and negative in terms of it being so crowded. I can't see everything. Being super loud. I don't usually get overstimulated, but having both the kids and the wife being like, "Oh my god,
Oh,
stimulate
no, look over here. Your attention is being drawn in every direction, and there's just so much to see, and there's so much to do. You can't do everything in a day. That's one of the things about Maker Faire. It's so
Now,
overstimulating.
we had the 2 tick a day, but we did not return the second tick. Like it's gonna be just as crazy. Next year we'll do I think every year they have like a pre-show. Um,
Okay.
it's like a pre-show for all of the homeschool kids, and I think that's what we're gonna do next year. We'll make sure that we sign up
Plan.
soon enough, so it's not so crazy. We can actually film stuff a lot
Yeah,
better
and
next year.
take your time. Yeah, maybe see a talk or two. I know there were some really cool cosplayers there that were doing some talks.
I can't. The kids won't sit through that. I
That's
can't.
funny, yeah. So you gotta kind of tend to the kids, see where they take you.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so
I
that's
wanted to
cool.
get shots of them working workshop stuff where the lines aren't too crazy. Like we wanted to do the soldering, but the lines were a little crazy, and the kids rightfully were like, "Well, you can teach us how to solder."
Yeah.
This is true. Like we want to go make a snow cone.
Yeah, right.
On the
No, that was
hamster
really
wheel
fun.
and make a snow cone.
Yeah. So if folks are watching on any of the channels, we can bring you in. Mr. TT has says, I'm a big fan of Adafruit, but this format of watching two dudes chatting and no interactivity with the listeners, this ain't it. Well,
What?
I see what you're saying there,
We
and
always have an
we
activity.
always, when people are around, we'll answer questions, Mr.
Oh, look, we have some
TTM.
people right here.
Yeah, so I thought I'd just highlight that comment. This is indeed a live show, and we do listen to people that are talking. All right. Anyway, back over to the Adafruit Discord, where folks are a little bit more friendly than X. We have Paul Cutler, Jump Park, C. Grover, and Bozilla. So hello, hello. Okay. Let's switch over to. We have a new project this week that we want to chat about. We got a new learn guide. It's a collab project with John Park.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yes, so Lamar suggested we do a take on the slow movie player. It is an e-ink powered by Raspberry Pi little video player for an e-ink display. Where should I show this off? Probably over here on desktop. Here it is. We got classic Steamboat Willie, since it is in the public domain. We want to capitalize on that. And show off a movie playing very slowly, kind of slowly. I got it refreshing. I think it's every 20 seconds. Hopefully that doesn't kill the display.
Yeah.
So Lamar wanted a case that we can put in the shop that would hold the 7.5-inch e-ink display with a Raspberry Pi 5 on the back. The JLC PCB order should be in, I think, later today, but we can look at the V1 of what this looks like. We tried it out in the resin print JLC PCB. That's what that looks like. It is the bezel, the frame where the Raspberry Pi will mount to, the back with all the ports, and then a stemma-compatible lid on the back. So you can have something like a sensor. I was originally thinking like I don't know, IR or light sensor or something. So like picture frames usually have like a little sensor in the front, so it'll change when you are around. I ended up adding a safety shutdown button for the Raspberry Pi, so you can easily turn that off. But yeah, sensor in the back for it to play or advance a frame. It's a cool idea too. So it is compatible with the 1.2 inch standard sized stemma QT sensors, so you should be able to fit a couple on the back there. Let's see, once you mount your the 3-pin one, you still have a little bit of room for a couple of other sensors. The vents have a nice little slight bend where you can stick the ports through there, so you can have the wires nicely tucked away and coiled up. You can kind of see well they're mounted on the back there, while still having access to your ports on the back, so you can power, or you have this going out to an HDMI display or a speaker. Since the Bonnet does support a 3-watt speaker on there, so you're going to attach that. There's buttons. We have this plugged into the I think it's the GPIO 12. So the Pi will see that. Once it's pushed, it will do the little shutdown sequence to safely turn off your Pi. John did a great job of putting the guide together. Before he had the guide up, I was trying with no success with the just having like the Pi desktop version. Try to like even the EPD library wouldn't install correctly. So definitely the trick was doing it with headless, like no desktop Pi Lite version of it. That worked perfectly. There was like no hiccups in that. I think I tried like 2 days trying to get that work with no avail. Like I couldn't even get the preview or the test, the pillow demo to work on there with the desktop Pi loaded on there. Or maybe it was a Trixie update or something, but the steps in the guide worked perfectly.
Sweet.
Let's see, what else did we talk about? Just slight editing with the video, so like every refresh is a different frame. So there was some formatting in the way that you can play your videos. When I tried the test image on it, it kept showing like the same frame over and over, and I was like, "Is this working?" It's like, "Oh yeah," because it's like 30 frames a second of like the same exact frame from a regular video. So that is one thing to keep in mind. If you wanted to display something different, you can go into QuickTime or something and then just like edit out all of the frames where it looks the exact same. I went through, just made sure that every single frame was something different. And then we were laughing about how this squirt scene, they've been doing this forever. If you guys have watched the Paul Raudish version of Mickey, they still do that all over. And if you guys haven't watched it, definitely check it out. It is basically Ren and Stimpy as Mickey.
Yeah.
It is.
Some fans
like,
probably aren't they're not a fan of those. I know there's some folks that don't
well,
like
when they were first released, we were like, "Oh, what's the artwork? This looks kind of weird." But then the kids were watching, we're like, "Dude, how did they get away with some of this stuff? It is straight up
like, yeah, some innuendos there. Okay,
borderline, yeah, like, oh my god.
Okay.
But
cool. All right.
It is hilarious, so I definitely recommend it. It is freaking hilarious. Those Paul Raudish Mickey shorts.
Yeah. All right. On the case design, I like the modularity of the back, so you can mount other things. So what size mounting slots are they? Are they M2 or are they M3?
These are M2.5, so the like a nylon, and the nylon screws and the nuts hold those together. And with the printed one from JLC, the nylon screws all fit in perfectly. I was a little scared about that, having to use like machine screws. The machine screws work perfectly with the PLA, but then when we have this in the shop, we'll see if we can include all of those screws to mount everything. What else? I made the stand high enough so any USB-C could plug in with room to have like your HDMI and everything connected to it next to it. You could do like the right angle, but then it'll like block ports or go off the side. Let's see what else. Then, oh yeah, if you want to hook up a keyboard and whatever to have if you do want to install like the desktop, I guess you could do it afterwards maybe.
Yep. And the stand, is that a separate piece? So if you wanted to, like, let's say a Vista mount or create your own kind of hinged wall mount, would you be able to do that?
No, or that's a good idea. Have it Vista compatible.
Okay. But you have a step file and STLs, 3MS that folks can kind of remove it if they want, I suppose.
Yep. Yeah, we have all the files there. So if you want to do any of the editing, the Fusion file has like all the history and the timeline, so you can go back and delete stuff or suppress features so it does not go through in the model. And then what else can we cover on this? SD card slot on the side. That's it. We can go ahead and jump into the guide real quick. Pretty sure John already covered this. We'll just look at some of the additions that I did to that guide.
Yeah. Actually,
much
yesterday was JP's product pick of the week, where the e-ink bonnet was featured. So hope a lot of folks take advantage and got their e-ink bonnet at a discount. So that's awesome that the timing lined up just right. All right. Go ahead and there you go.
The guide for this. Added the YouTube video there to the front. Screen juggling here. So nice little write-up by JP on all the stuff that you need to pick up. I did add the additionals, which was the stemma button and the cable, the 3-pin GST PH. Follow the guide on setting up your Pi image. Like I was saying, the desktop one did not work.
Yeah.
Saw a comment from JP saying, he avoided the desktop and a desktop version loaded so slowly. I went the opposite route. It did not work at all for whatever reason. There's some conflicting going on with whatever the desktop adds to have like that. Even the freaking pillow demo work, like it kept saying line 32 board not imported. It's like I don't know what that means.
No.
And then I think this is where I changed like the what is it, the increment. So I have it incrementing every frame, so you can skip frames here, but I just have it playing every single one because, like I said before, I edited the video to where every single frame in the video is a different frame. And then the delay, I have it, I think, like 20 seconds just for the video, so it would load quick. I've been playing it for like about a week now, and I haven't seen any degradation in the screen. So hopefully that remains true. I don't know how long the recommended refresh for the frames would be. We have a bunch of the e-ink like clocks and like the humidity sensors that we sell in the store, and I think those update every minute. So I think it's safe every minute, maybe. See the 3 printed frame. You can get the one that JP made. So it's shorter.
It's a modular,
the bigger bezel. And then we have the 360, the Fusion 360 model there, so you can completely edit that to your liking. Just show the exploded view, all the components and all that.
Yeah, from here you can use the download button and download the step file if you want to modify the solids.
Yeah, here's all the different versions you can grab. We give all that away, or if you just want to use like the components from there.
Yeah, shout out to Seed Studio for providing the 7.5-inch e-ink display. It actually worked out really well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of differences, like the ribbon I had to update, like to the width. There's always differences like that. Even like the cutout for the display, like the framing around it.
Like the canvas area.
Yeah, I did some edits to it to have it like chamfered so you can see like all the way to the edge. I loaded the test of where it's like measuring the screen, so you can see like all of the. I think Scott made it where you have all of the. I think it's like by inch or something. So I made sure that every bit of that is viewable on there. So if you have this for like in mind for other purposes of like I don't know, like a weather display or something, you can be assured that every single bit of the screen will be visible from pretty much at any angle. So if you have like UI that's loaded all the way to the left, right, top or bottom, you'll be able to see all of that. And then I did have to add a bunch of mounts all over for the screws, just because of the way the resin prints are. They tend to be a little bit more floppier, even though like the PLA ones, they come out like nice and strong and thick. These are like, there is some sort of bend to them. So to avoid that, just have all of these screw mounts like in the center. You can see that on the back of the screen here, and even on the Pi for the lid there. I had to increase the thickness to that. So those should be good. It looks like the DHL is delivering them probably right when this segment is over. Maybe to look at those and then have those in stock. Where am I? Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong window.
Ooh.
So you can get those. And then the assembly is all the same for assembling the like the way that the ribbon cable passes through the frame and the bonnet and all that. It's all the same. Let's see. There's differences. Yeah, the movie prep. Take a look at that. Or setting up the contrast. Definitely want to edit that so that it appears more brighter and more of a so it's not like muddy looking.
Yeah.
The first run, how to set up your script to auto boot into that, how to set up the service, and then adding the shutdown button is what I added here. And then the Raspberry Pi documentation on their site, they had this is where I just grabbed this from. So you can add the button to safely shut it down. They even have options for like to cancel like the shutdown or like to delay it. So if you want to add any of that, you can take a look at that.
Sweet.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nice simple way to add a cool way to add a black and white movie to like a e-ink display. So funny. I showed this to the kids. I was like, "Oh, this is the first time for me watching Steamboat Willie on an e-ink display running so slow."
That's fun. Yeah. And of course, you can add any movie, just about, right? It supports a couple different file types, I think, like MP4, MOV, AVI, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's cool to be able to drag and drop those movie files right on there.
Yeah. Maybe make a black and white version of like a Circuit Playground, like A for Ampere or something. That'd be kind of fun.
It's a good idea. Dang it, should have done that. But this was easier to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I was caught up in getting the installation to work and then adding the button.
Cool. All right. Well, is the e-ink bonnet still in stock, or have we sold out?
I think we're still sold out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Everybody bought them up yesterday on the Tuesday show. Oh no, they're still in stock, right?
Oh, yeah. I checked last night and they were out.
Oh, well, there you go. Shout out to the product team at Adafruit for.
Oh wait, no, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Sorry. False alarm.
Okay. Are you on the right window? Are you on the right mouse? Are you looking at the right screen?
No, I am not.
Yeah, I figured because you're clicking. I'm like, well, there's nothing showing.
Sorry.
There you go. I don't know, but you've expelled your time. All right, over to I think we have something on Discord. The full-size Pi required for this build. What about a Pi Zero? I'm not sure. It might work. The case is designed for a Pi 5 though, right? Would a Pi 4 work? I think it has different ports. Or maybe it's the same because your port opening is pretty wide. I'm not sure if another Pi would work.
I don't know why the Pi 5 was requested, but yeah, a Zero would have been. Maybe it's the processing that FFmpeg has to do for the video files. I mean, it felt pretty snappy when I had the desktop in there. Surprisingly so, that I was like, wow, this is like a real desktop.
It feels like a nice modern desktop. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And there it is refreshing in the background there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
let me, yeah, it looks nice.
Cool. And then I think the green light goes away when you push and hold the button to see the shutdown happen. Push.
Are you going to shut it down? Okay.
Hold. I mean, doesn't really show anything, but you'll just see that it stops. Oh, perfect frame for that. Bye-bye.
A nice friendly frame. No milk to be sprayed in that one. All right.
Either the one where Minnie and the gang are trying to sneak into the restaurant.
Yeah.
Claire Bell sprays everyone.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So if folks want to pick up any Raspberry Pi stuff, from the Adafruit shop. Please use the coupon code GThanks15 to get 50% off all things in stock.
Gee golly.
Gee golly. Gee thanks. Yeah. Let's see. Checking out any other comments. I think we're all up to date. Cool. All right. Nice collab. Shout out to JP. Good stuff. Let's see. Are we ready for prototyping?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump to this week's prototypes.
Okie dokie. Let me switch my camera to the big view. Okay, so last week I talked about making a 12x4 keyboard for a new fruit jam project. And this week I have it wired up and in its prototype phase. So this is 2 of the snap apart ortho PCBs for mechanical key switches. So I wired 2 of them together and broke off the last layer. And then I have these purple cherry MX compatible keys, mechanical keys, and these Apple style, I think DSA profile keycaps. So yeah, I wired up the rows and columns to a KB2040 and it's running CircuitPython using the USB HID library. So each key is all mapped and I got all that working. I also have the NeoPixels turning on when I plug it in. The KB2040 is right there. I don't have it connected to my computer because I don't want to trigger anything unnecessarily. But yeah, it comes out pretty nice. It feels really good. I have these. Let's see if I have them around here. Do I have them around here? I don't think
Keycaps
yet.
look so good. This is the KOA profile.
Yeah, I think so. I think I talked about them. I was able to find these on Amazon. This is the I don't know what the brand is, but it comes with a bunch of them. They're kind of your standard key sizes. And for the key switches, I opted to use these. I think they're called Wisteria.
Yes.
Yeah.
The purple
Maker.
Wisteria.
Yeah, I was able to get like a pack of 100 for like, I think $25 or so. So they're fairly cheap. They're of course MX cherry compatible. They're not the chop key switches because that's what the ortho snap apart keys use. So they are hot swappable, so I can still pop them out if I need to, like that.
Yes.
I still need to make a key plate. Haven't done that yet, but I will be working on that. And so, although I got the I don't want to bend this, so I'm not going to put it back. But
I know it's always tricky.
yeah, let me switch over from my desktop to Fusion so I can show you guys the enclosure design for the Fruit Jam project. It's going to be we are switching up here. There it is. So this is the enclosure design. It's inspired by the Apple IIe. So just like any project, you kind of start off like fleshing out the shape. And then once you get the shape, you start figuring out, what's a good orientation for printing and where should I focus my attention on like the seams? Where does the parts make sense to kind of cut apart? So the main things I want is the shape, right? So we got this cool shape with these interesting angles. One of the main things about the Apple IIe is that it has a removable kind of top cover. So I wanted to have the ability to remove it. And then what I'm going to do here is split these 2 pieces in half. So I have like this main enclosure for the keys, which will have a top cover that snap fits. So I have little snaps in there. And then I have the M3 size screws that'll attach to the main enclosure where the fruit jam will reside. And the KB2040, along with the ortho snap apart PCBs, will have its own PCB mount with our little removable modular little holder for the KB2040. And that way it'll just connect directly from USB-C to one of the USB ports on the fruit jam. So that is what I got going on. The next thing I need to figure out is a mounting bracket for the fruit jam itself, and then figuring out a good orientation for the fruit jam, because this is a little bit weird, because I want to be able to expose the HDMI port, the USB-C port, but also I want to expose the two USB-A ports, and maybe the stemma and the 3-pin JST port for expansions and stuff.
Might have to be
so I'm gonna have to come up with I'm gonna have to pick some a range of panel mounted connectors for either the USB-A or the USB-C, and of course the HDMI. But because this has like a nice cover, I should be able to have a lot of space for giant, you know how giant cable bodies are. They tend to be pretty big, so I think this will be just enough space for giant dongles and things to come off of here. So that's one good thing. But yeah, I'm working on it. I still need to figure out a nice way to close this area off. I haven't made that yet because I'm still sorting out all the different panel mount extensions that I need to have. And another thing that Lamar suggested is to use one of our micro SD to SD card extensions and make a little 3D printed Apple floppy drive. Oh, yeah. I've seen some folks on printables, I believe, make something like that. So I need to come up with a way to route the micro SD card outside of the case, because it's supposed to be like this thing that goes on the side. And then, you know, little details. I'll probably have a Fruit Jam logo here and like the 2E signia there. Maybe I'll print a sticker out on my 2D color printer so that they are full colored. But yeah, I'm really digging the ortho linear keyboard layout, as it is smaller than the full keyboard layout. I was going to try to do a full keyboard layout, at least like a 65%, but I can't seem to like fit that on the 3D printer, because my 3D printer maxes out at 256 cubed. So I'm trying to stay within that realm, because I really don't like the idea of having to split this down the middle and then join it again, and then having to like Bondo, sand, and Bondo. I don't want to do that. So I'd like the idea of a nice small, you know,
it looks so adorable.
Just fits. Yeah, and it's like, you know, it kind of goes with like the Mac, the Mac Mini Fruit Jam project, where it's like it's scaled a little bit smaller. So I think this is a good like approach for this project. So still got some CAD work to do, but I thought I'd share my progress. If anybody wants a 3D model of the Fruit Jam, we do have some free CAD files on our GitHub repo. Same thing with the KB2040 and the Ortho Snap Apart PCBs. We have those as well. So you all can create fun, weird, retro-inspired enclosures. All right. Let's see. Do I have any questions about that? Will this run in emulator? Says John Richardson. Absolutely. So let me share my screen and show the emulator work has already been done, thanks to Jeff Epler, who worked on the Apple IIe. It was just the Apple II emulator. And let's see, share screen, window, Discord. So I'll bring that in. Go on over to learn.adafruit.com. I think it's Apple Emulator. There it is. Yeah, and the guide is from Tim, but I believe Jeff worked on the port. So here is some images of various games running on the emulator. It's a really straightforward installation. It's just like a drag and drop UF2 file. You just put the Fruit Jam into the bootloader mode, and here are some screenshots of the Proto DOS, I believe. Yeah, Pro DOS 241 is the version of the emulator running there. And then we also have this, what is this called? The Total Replay, which has a ton of games preloaded onto the emulator, which is super cool. So I was showing that off a couple weeks ago, actually. But yeah, it's full color. Audio works as well. And of course, with the Pro DOS, you can do like some basic REPL stuff. Print Hello World, for example, one of your favorite basic program. Oregon Trail, your favorite games. So yeah, this will be cool. And then I think for the display for my build, I'm going to just reuse my little 7-inch HDMI monitor. I made an enclosure for it, which already has like this retro look to it. I might modify it so it has like that big bulky thing, or at least redesign this bit so that you can like kind of mount a little bit better with like a stand to fit right over top the Apple II inspired case. So that is my plan. I want the Apple IIe model. You should make it the Apple IIe Platinum. I'm not familiar with the platform Platinum. I'm just kind of going off of like the Apple IIe basic thing.
What's the Platinum look like?
I don't know. Let's see what it looks like. Google Images here.
Is that it?
I guess so. It's the European. Never trust a computer you can't lift. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little similar here. Maybe.
Oh, is it the keyboard with the number pad?
Oh, maybe. I guess so. Yeah, that kind of goes outside my
Build plate.
My build plate. So yeah.
I mean, it could be an attachment.
Maybe.
Huh.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's got the logo right in the center too. Interesting. Yeah. Well, again, I'm going for more of a inspired by, the Apple II.
More of a does it fit on a build plate?
Yeah.
Build plate.
Yeah. It was the last version with the number pad. Interesting. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
I'm a fan of the number pad.
I know. Yeah. Well, the file will be available so folks can modify if they want to stretch it out. Maybe they have a bigger.
They don't have an attachment.
Printer.
Just make another. Yeah. The keycaps always come with the number.
Yeah, but it's cool that you can run this on your Fruit Jam if you got one, and it works pretty well. Yeah, so I'll be playing with it more as I build this thing. Yeah, that's what I got going on. Apple IIe inspired enclosure for the Fruit Jam.
Nice. I'm a fan of that. Enter a return key too, where it's like the L backwards L type shape.
And John's saying he really likes those puffy keycaps. I want to eat them.
Right.
Yeah, they are very.
I want to order some. I had some, but they do not look like that. They're like different color. They don't look as puffy.
Yeah, these got the.
This is like more gray. There's a full size.
Sorry. Yeah, this one has like a nice
color. I got a mix of a puppy.
It's got the nice 6-color rainbow, and there's a bunch of these like little iconic ones. So you have like an old Macintosh and an iPhone and iPod, and the hello.
Yeah, I like the arrow keys better.
That cursive, I think from. Oh no, it's thumbing down. No,
wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just search on Amazon for Mac style keycaps, and I believe this will just show up since it seems to be the most popular thing on Amazon. I like the arrow keys too.
I remember I saw these on Temu, but it was like delivery in 1 month. So happy that.
Yeah, that's why like these were delivered next day from Amazon. So I was happy to get them pretty quick. And it comes with 2 sets of them. So it has like the specific numpad keycaps, all for $25. Like, not a bad deal.
Although I think the ones on Temu were like $4. Now $4, but $2. 1 month delivery time.
Yeah, it says on here, Mac style Koa profile, made in China. Yeah.
John's posting his favorite shape for the display. That's cool. I like the knobs on the right side there.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Oh, and the little panel that opens up.
Ooh, that is pretty. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could find a 4x3 HDMI display that wasn't like over $200.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I keep seeing these self-powered displays on TikTok, but it's like the 16:9 and they're like ginormous.
Right. Cool. And we got a comment from John Richardson. The coolest would be to make a model of the G4 iMac, the lollipop version that actually
Yeah.
runs the Apple IIe up on there. Yeah.
It's on the
Is
list.
that the one with the special hinge, spring loaded hinge thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, those are really fun. I remember our high school had one in the library, and I would just go to the libraries to like move it down because
Yeah, the
I didn't
hinge.
have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? The friction that was on it on the arm is really good.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, the screen on a stick. Says John Richardson. Yeah, those are super fun. Maybe next time. Yeah, I have yet to see an Apple II inspired like Raspberry Pi build as well. So I feel like it's kind of like this novel idea because of course there are Apple II restorations with modern hardware and stuff, but this one's kind of like a tip to the hat.
John posted additional angles of the display. Looks nice.
Let's see.
The back here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just make my enclosure like a little bit more boxy. And then we can store, I don't know, a mouse in there. Well, you can't use a mouse on the Apple II. That wasn't the thing. But yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I think the so where I go for my inspiration was the Apple oldcrap.org. Excuse the ads, but there's a bunch of fun photos. But look at this.
I like that elongated back.
I really love this monitor here. This is the Apple IIc, which was completely different. Look at their keyboard layout is like really strange, but I love this monitor, the way the stand is set. It's just so kind of, Space Odyssey inspired. Like, look at that back. It is so gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at those buttons. And
there's no confusing on which knob does what. It's great.
Yeah, and they have the icons there too. Very, very nice. So the Apple IIc had this very stylistic like keycaps.
Oh, they have those. I've seen those.
They do. You can get these inspired. Look at the return key. It's wacky.
Yeah.
Those weird shapes. Super cool. Yeah, I wanted to do this one originally, but Lamar was like, "No, do the C or the E." And I think this had a handle in the back here, which is interesting. Yeah, this one's gorgeous, in my opinion. And of course, they had the floppy drive that also had the matching, design language.
All the colors and the shape, all the little detail. Yeah. Looks so good.
And here is the Apple IIe. Yeah, a little bit different.
Yeah, I think I like the other one better.
Yeah. No handle. No handle. Yeah. They have a reset button here, and I think the original Apple II had the reset here, and folks would like trigger it by mistake.
I was gonna say that's
so they put it up here.
Reset right there.
Yeah, but you can see the color scheme's a little bit different. It's a little gray and
more gray. Yeah.
Do like the color here and the logo. Yeah. What is this running? Atari Soft presents Miss Pac-Man. Very nice. Yeah. So the idea is I'm gonna use the SD extender thing and make its own enclosure and put it right next to it. Like a standalone enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I like the site because it has a bunch of great photos. Here's the Apple IIe, the rare Apple IIe that didn't quite sell enough to keep going. So we're not doing that one.
Yeah. Not fans of the more square, sharp-cornered keycaps.
Yeah. So, yeah. Here's the Apple II disc.
Oh, that monitor.
Yeah.
It's like a reference monitor.
It is. It's one of those Sony.
Oh, yeah.
Trinitron. I think JP might have one of those.
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been looking at a lot of reference photos, and making design decisions, and like, it just doesn't make sense to have, a radius at the top of the keyboard, because then I'd have to add support. So I just went with the square look. I don't know if you saw it in my CAD, but yeah. And there was also a rare LCD available for the Apple IIc. I'll look that up. That's from John Richardson as well. Oh my God, there was an Apple IIc Plus. They were just wild back then, man.
There's so many
models, yeah. JP hunts for them every few years to talk himself out of it. Yeah, the Sony Trinitrons, yeah, they're probably like one of the best ones. Yeah. And then Yanni is posting up a nice GIF of a 128 Mac. Classic. Very classic. Cool. Yeah, so the Fruit Jam, great platform for all sorts of retro inspired enclosure design. So I'm loving it. Sweet. So that's our retro computing talk, I guess. Cool. All right. What do we do next? Time lapse?
Time lapse.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to run it?
This week for Community Makes on Timelapse Tuesday, we have continuing on with the holiday theme, we have a skeleton Grinch.
Skeleton.
Still hanging on to the Halloween theme.
Yeah. All year round Halloween.
Yeah. It is a simple little ornament. Has a little hole on the top, so you can hang this on your tree while still being kind of spooky. Nice little skelly Grinch. Look at the bleeding I got on that hat.
Yeah.
That Prime Tower.
Right.
I was like, oh man, I already printed it.
Yeah, red is one of those pigments that's like, it tends to bleed in, especially with white.
If you have no Prime Tower.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. So the legs and like the up to the hip area, those flex, but not the arm. I thought it all flexed. But either way, it looks like a cool little ornament to hang up. There it is. There's my desk camera. There it is. Nice detail on all the booms there.
Did you scale it up at all?
Just a little bit. I think like the 60. I have the sizes included in the time lapse parameters for that. So just regular Polymaker green, white, and red. Super simple little ornament. It has the little hole, like I said, on the hat, so you can hang this up.
How was the support removal?
Pretty easy. It does include it in the 3MF file. So.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, cool. Nice, easy print.
Wow, look at that detail on the foot.
There was something that wasn't included. Oh, the coloring. I had to do the coloring on my own.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so this was designed by 3D Cutes on makerworld.com, sorry.
Yeah, I had to do a double take. Like, did I download the wrong, or did I load the right?
Looks like they painted it, maybe.
Oh, maybe that's what they did.
It looks like
I had to go in there with the paint bucket tool and
in your slice.
It wouldn't do the edge detection correctly, so I had to
interesting,
rotate it 45 degrees so I could do like a what is the horizontal paint? So it like paints it all like in what is it? It's like in Photoshop where you have to like color something in between so it can detect the edges after you paint it in.
Okay.
So, a bit of a pain to color in there manually.
Okay. If you like the model, give them a boost, and that'll help them out. Some comments here. It's fairly small. The arms aren't articulated, only legs. Yep, we know that.
It looked small.
Yeah,
but you can just feel it. Whatever. Yeah, the 60 on the X, and it should. If you have it constraint, it should print out a. That thing's broken on me when I took off the support, so that's all. Just scale it up a little bit.
Cool.
Whatever percentage that is.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, so check it out. Look at this creepy Grinch head.
Yeah.
It's like Mike Wazowski from Monsters. All right, there is the link. And of course, you can watch the time lapse on any of the socials. Cool. All right. So shout out to 3D Cutes for posting that up as a free model on makerworld.com. Moving on, we have 2 community makes this week. Starting off with the Mario-inspired Boo Candy Bowl or Planter. This was posted by Philip11 on printables.com. They said, printed with an MMU3. Very nice design, thank you. And there it is, multicolored with some candy in the bowl.
Nice. Wow,
it looks fantastic. So they colored it great. Yeah, I mean, this model you made in like 2013 or 14, and AMS wasn't a thing back then. So it's nice to see it printed on a modern AMS multicolor unit, multi-material unit. Yeah, a lot of makes on this one, so continues to get made every year. Very nice. It's just a fun one. After that, we have a more practical print. This was posted up by Mac Martin on printables.com. It is a make of our Raspberry Pi media server project, and they designed their own custom kind of plate for their SSD mount. Yep, you can see here they got the OLED. I believe it's or it's a TFT color TFT mounted to it. It's got the handle. All the ports are exposed, and yeah, it's a fun build. So shout out to Mac Martin for posting it up. No comments, just other than it says it was printed on a Prusa XL, and there's some other shots of it. Here's the other side. Oh, that's right, I made it a mounting part for a fan, and there's buttons at the top. I forget what they did. It's a project from a while ago. But yeah, cool. Very nice to see. And that is this week's community makes. Thank you, everybody, for posting up your make. Don't forget, if you do want to put in your order, please use your coupon code. Good until Monday. Thanks 15 to get you 15% off. So this will be running until November 24th. 15% off. It's a good deal. Works on all things in stock. Boop, boop, boop. All right. That's pretty much going to do it for the show. We'll be out next week for the Thanksgiving holiday, but then we'll return the week after.
I thought Thanksgiving was the following week.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Time's flying now.
Time is indeed flying. Speaking of time flying, tonight is show and tell. We're going to be hosting. Me and Pedro will be hosting this week's show and tell, and we have a schedule for other folks to be hosting. John Park, I think, is the week after next, and then it goes back to Liz, then us, then JP again, until Lamar and PT decide to come back from maternity leave. There won't be an Ask an Engineer tonight, but we are doing show and tell at the same time at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I'm not sure what are we on. Is it EST, ETD? I don't know what. Sorry, folks.
It's 11:54 right now.
Yeah. So 7:30 p.m. We'll do the show. We'll host it. So we invite you to come on by the Adafruit Discord. We'll drop in a link a little bit before then so folks can come in and share what they're working on. And then tomorrow is Thursday. That means JP's workshop starts at 4 p.m. Eastern. Fridays will be Deep Dive with Tim, Foamy Guy. And then Tuesdays is JP's Product Pick of the Week. I believe this Monday was CircuitPython weekly meeting, but then next week is off because of the holiday, and then I think the following week they'll be back. And I think that's it. So don't forget, November, a lot of deals happening for Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Anyway, we have this sale going on until the 24th. I really like this graphic of AdaBot as a Macy's parade balloon. It's quite fun. Not at all AI generated. Like, I mean, it's AI generated. It's designed by Bruce Yan.
I think that's
Who's calling you?
the car.
Oh, okay. Well, you gotta take this. All right. Well, bye, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks and tonight.
Hello?